Hey y'all. Eyes back for a little bit. Eyes back for a little bit. Okay. Oh my birdie. I'm gonna head to the gym and probably like 30 minutes or so. Get a nice quick walk in and alrighty. So it feels like I got a really good early start on whatever moment or whatever day it is. I'm gonna get an early start. So yeah, baby, we're about to head to the gym in about a couple minutes. We meaning me. Okay. We meaning me. So the title of this video is called Resist, and it's called Resist because of the formulas that be like stimulating your brain that are negative. We need for you to resist that information, no matter who it's related to, no matter who it's for. We need you to resist any negative formulas that continue to eat your energy and feed off your energy consistently. Okay. Resist in a way where maybe you gonna listen to some music, okay, to alternate, change your mind. Well, you just keeping busy and you're just paying attention to whatever your focus is, maybe doing some kind of art, maybe doing some kind of craft, maybe focus on something like some reading. This is a way to resist negativity as well. Um, Resist negativity, any influences, right? Any and all influences related to any and all things. Resist the negativity, change your mind, alter your mind, but resist those things because what had happened was, no, the thing with negativity for real is that it eats your energy up a lot quicker than the high vibrational energy. It eats your emotions, okay? It eats your aura. It eats your energy, like your get up and go, like your vigor, the things and thoughts in your mind that's promoting your moment to moment action. Like, oh, I can do this. Oh, I can create this. Oh, I can create that. Okay, with so much weighted negativity about people, yourself, and things, you won't get the high vibrational new creativity, new creative ideas, okay? Because these formulations, though, that are in your head that are negative or in the general population's head that are negative, okay, they are there to feed off of the negativity no matter who it's for. If your aura has a sense of energy where you're feeding something negative, okay, something in your childhood, something in your past, something in your family, something within yourself, anything that you think of that's negative, okay, even if it could be so called true in your mind, okay, even if it's so called the truth, so called facts, even if it's that inside of your mind, okay, as if, okay, it's true, yeah, blah 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 blah, but you still attach this negative frequency to it, will continue to eat that energy. It wants to eat. Oh, they found something. It found something like that entity that transformed, right? It found something to feed off of. It found something to eat on that is low frequency, and that is how easy it is. Okay, for these formulations and these so-called organizations, which are low vibrational energy, to feed off of you. So the more you resist the negative reflection towards people, towards your life, towards where you are, towards your job, towards your home, towards your lack of, the more you resist those impressions on yourself by removing them with high vibrational impressions, the things that I was talking about, like doing something that's positive, doing something that's focused, doing something that's inspiring, and those energies, that mental formulation, that energy, okay, that organization, okay, because it becomes an organization for people over time. All this negativity has become this huge bulk group of entities, okay, they're organized now to feed off your fucking energy, that negative low vibrational energy. The less creative you're going to be, the less you'll be able to flow, okay, the more pessimistic you're going to be. By with the frequency that are low, okay, about yourself, people, your family, your friends, your relationships, your job, your work, the beach, the weather, what you see on TV, what you hear on TV, what you think about this person, what you think about this gender, all of those energies that you think of as you're judging and you're slicing it in half like gray, black, and white. And you're like, okay, well, that's negativity. That's bullshit. I don't like it. It don't like me. I don't like it. I don't fuck with it. It was, anything that doesn't give any kind of positive emotion towards it, high vibrational emotion towards it, it will eat your energy, will eat your aura more quicker than you'll ever know. More quicker than you'll ever know. So why people are walking around and having these choices about other people, having these judgments about other people in this low vibrational frequency. Okay, just know that the more you do that, the more energy that likes that is going to continue to feed off of that in every which way. Okay, enabling you to be creative, enabling you to be magnetic in a way where you're attracting people who are high vibrational, basically, who are optimistic. A lot of people fucking say that they optimistic and they high vibrational and all this shit, but they're really not. um, they're really not, in a way, because of their language and because of their speech. This is why I don't like to like curse so much, but sometimes I just have to relax and say a curse word or two. But when I'm out here talking to a lot of people, I don't want to like specify and like single anyone out and individually, but those who use a lot of curse words, okay, lots of explicit curse words, especially like towards other people. Um, is a way of saying that you don't honor the things, the words that formulate through your mind, by degrading your mouth and by degrading your space and by degrading your aura, by with these errors of curse words. That's all they are: errors, 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 curse words all around. And I know there's like some streamline back in the day when people were like, well, curse words is like really a form of intelligence, but being quiet and being silent is more of a form of intelligence versus cursing and saying cuss words, and especially referring to other people as cuss words as well. Because cuss words, curse words, you are cursing these person with your words, especially with the curses and the cusses. Okay, those curse words, okay, for a reason. So no matter if you're thinking it or if you say it to an individual, it still is affecting your environment, okay, and is really affecting you, okay, more than anything else. Okay, so the more explicit language that you utilize, that you hear, that you repeat, it only lowers and lessens your frequency, and you just be like encapsulated in the box. You don't have any ability to move around and to be creative in any kind of way. Curse words, cuss words. Think about that. Curse words. You're cussing people. You're cursing people. So if you're like a parent and all you do is cuss at your children, right? All you are doing is cursing your children. If you're a parent and all you do is cuss, because I know some parents still be cussing their kids out, because I know my parent did, and I know my friends, kids when they were small used to curse them down, and all they were doing was just lowering their own children's frequency, lowering their own sense of self, okay, devaluating, devaluing, okay, their sense, their aura, okay, by cursing people. It's like you're lessening their individuality, their value, their who they are, their sense of being, instead of having a conversation, because kids are smart, okay. If you would set that off as a foundation of being able to articulate things in a way for your individual kid to understand, you wouldn't have to curse at them, because all kids are different, okay. So when you cuss, it is officially cursing. Okay. Gratitude, Ashe. So resist the negative reflections about you, yourself, your environment, and the people that you know. Okay. Because it disables you. You cannot create much. You cannot expand your mind. You cannot expand yourself. You cannot expand as a unit. You can't reach out to the next person next to you or across from you. Okay, that can be your friend or somebody you get to know. They can help you. You can help them or whatever. You know what I'm saying? By with so much low vibrational negativity. Okay, about yourself and your environment and other people. Resist the negativity. Okay, the organization that's framed in your mind, because it starts early with a lot of people, for real, in their early childhood. Seriously, it starts really early with negativity reflections, and it's normally about their environment or about themselves, something that's negative or something that their parent or a guardian, somebody that was older than them, that devalued the person as an individual, like no matter what it is. So kids formulate negativity about themselves in their space based on their environment, where they're raised and how they're raised ultimately, which alienates their self esteem, right? You're devaluing a person that's already vulnerable as a child, okay? So that just tells me that the person, the parent, is still a child themselves because they don't have the ability to communicate effectively. It's only so much you can do, but hold on, y'all. Oops. Let me put some lotion on my hands. 1 second. I'm gonna let y'all go because this is just gonna be like a little quick little spiel. Sorry about the lighting on. I know this phone has its trying moments. It is almost dark outside, and so Ariba. Resist the negativity, you guys. Resist the negativity because they are functions, they are units, okay? Somebody is like, they are accolades of the reflections of your mind, of a projection of who you are. The more you form negativity about yourself and your environment, the more it definitely will come to life. Obviously, it will come to life. Now we're talking about your individual environment. We're not talking about, places far and a distance away. What drives me, it doesn't drive me crazy. What is so strange is people will like use examples for things that are like on a macro level, like something that is global or something that is like super distance away, when you can just look at you and yourself and your environment like how it is right now, okay, and make its own definitions just by looking to your left or looking to your right or looking to your neighbor or looking at yourself or looking at your family. Okay, you don't have to look far to make judgments on things, right? People are so weird. The other day, though, honestly, this woman, people are fucking ignorant. I know they're ignorant intentionally. You guys, people are ignorant intentionally. So the thing is that Africa is still starving, is a starving nation. This woman was like, I don't know what it is, what is going on with Africa. They have this access to all this livestock, but why are some of their people starving? I don't want to say beach originally, but I said, well, you know what? Africa, first of all, is not a country, it's a continent. And every country in Africa is not starving. And you can just look downtown Portland, look at all those starving people on the streets, sleeping and rolling around on the streets. You don't have to go clearly to somewhere you've never been, but you step for, downtown Portland often enough to know that those people are literally starving, okay, as well. Now they're on the streets rolling around, okay, but they definitely don't have any nutrition, any malnutrition going through their system. So people just amaze me when they even talked about and look at celebrities, as an example, when all you need to do is look at your environment, look at the people that you do know, because that sets more of a precedence by looking at you, yourself, and your environment versus some celebrity as an example, because you are the example. Another thing too, before I get up out of here, y'all, in about 2 minutes. Hold on. Let me roll up this window. Hold on 1 second. I drank all that green tea and it was so nourishing. So nourishing. So another thing too, y'all, like the same example of you don't have to look far, okay, to find something that is out of balance when you can just look in your own neighborhood, things that are within your own reach. You don't have to look far. For an example, just look at yourself. Look at your family, look at your neighbors, look at people that you see today to day, and make your decision about the universe and yourself together, okay? How y'all both reflect on each other, okay? And stop using celebrities and people in Africa that you never even met before as an example of, weird. I was like, girl, all she could say was, I can tell it was kind of like some kind of trick or whatever the hell. Like, that's why I say people are so strange. Like, trying to offend or be passive aggressive on the low. And it's like, you're only hurting yourself. That's all. You're only hurting yourself. You fucking idiot. You used up that much brain cells, okay, to attempt to lower somebody's senses, okay, or lower who they are when you could have been doing something else with that motherfucking brain power. And see, that's what I be saying. So, yeah, another example is because I was talking to a guy and people are still like, okay, they are into Jesus, which is fine if you're into Jesus, but don't try to say that a person who isn't worshiping Jesus, okay, who isn't worshiping Jesus is like demonic or evil or negativity. Because I find that the majority of people who aren't religious aren't negative at all. They're like peaceful. They can look at all sides of things and circumstances, okay? They're not just linear in their thoughts and they can't be detected on what they're going to do next. So this guy, I can't believe it, like grown man talking about he about to wait until Jesus is getting ready to come back and blow up the sky, and he's talking about, that's my home boy and that's my guy and all that. And I'm like, if Jesus was your homeboy and was your guy and it's within you, why are you waiting for a motherfucker to come back? Why don't you just start it off now? You are Jesus. You have the energy like within you already. It's already permeating within you, inside of you, right? Already. So why would you wait for something to come back to save you when you are already here? It's a lot of people here. It's a conglomerate of people here who are enunciating, their forces and their life and their livelihood to Jesus. So why don't y'all get together and, fight for what's right? But I don't know what the fuck that is or whatever. That's another thought. They like fuck shit, whatever. That's another type of error of being on the sidelines, okay? And waiting because it's already here, already written for you. It's already done. It's like a ready-made system. That's what systems are. They're ready-made. Every system that we all enter to and being socialized into is a ready-made system. So that's why it's so easy for people to sit, wait, and to lay down, because these systems have allowed people to be like spiritually bound, okay, to laziness. And spirituality is, that shit is tough, especially if you're really into it, because you can't just be fucking around with anything or anybody. Like, period, is truly an individual concept for yourself. Okay. And every time I turn around, it's a full moon, new moon, and motherfuckers is making money off of the natural energies just as the same. Um, but whatever, teach his own. I'm about to go, y'all. I needed to sharpen up my nails. Oh, they got so long. They have gotten so long. It's like, ooh, child. I have to protect these, honey. They've gotten long. They've gotten super long. The only ones that don't get as long as my thumbs. So, y'all, you don't have to look far, okay, to find examples of who you are. All you need to do, honestly, is just look within yourself as a true individual, and you will receive all the aid and help. I'll check y'all out soon.